Good evening, everybody. Deez from Turtle Dove. How's everyone doing? I'm here. It is a Thursday evening and I want to do a little whip. I am almost finished this Mill Hill. I love charmed ornaments. It's a cross-stitch beaded kit and that's what I'm making. And look at that. It has been so fun to cross-stitch and bead this. I can't believe how small the petite beads are. And I've finished all the cross-stitch, although I have missed a couple or a few stitches that I will have to go back and do that. But if you look, the purple is the regular bead. These are the petite beads, and most of them are the petites. There's just the two colours in the regular. They are so small, and I have to do this in strong light. So the petite ones, unfortunately, I have to do in my craft room with the big lights, with the strong lights on. So anyway, I have to just finish the two E's on the coffee in the dark brown bead. They're petite beads as well, but tonight I thought I would just do the green. Now what is it? It's called Petite Bay Leaf in the green. So there's just a few stitches or beading to do on this one, and I don't know if I can get too close in because I have to move this around so much because it's so small. So basically, with the bigger beads, you do a half stitch to attach them, and they're sort of slanted at an angle. With the petite beads, you basically do a full cross stitch. So you do the half stitch, you bring it up, put the bead on your needle, put it back down at a diagonal. That's how you apply the regular beads. The seed beads, you're basically doing a full cross stitch. So you've got to turn the bead so it's standing vertically or sitting vertically. Don't know if you can tell. The purple beads and the orange beads are at an angle, at a slant, and the brown and cream coloured beads are standing up more upright. So that's the difference. And it took me a while to get used to the petite beads, adding those on. So I'm going to just show you that's the instructions. So this is the half cross stitch, the bigger beads. And then this is what you do for the petite beads down here. So you're basically doing a full cross stitch, but on the second slant or the second, oh, it's a bit hard to explain, but you put it through, you put the thread through the middle of the bead, and that's what makes it stand upright or vertical. So yeah, I'm not very good at explaining, but this isn't really a tutorial, I'm just letting you know that's how it is done. There are plenty of tutorials on YouTube, and that's what I love about YouTube. So I'm going to start, so I'm just starting in one corner, the bottom corner on the left, and bring the needle up. Now I'm grabbing my little bead, the little petite green bead, and I'm just stuck the needle at the top right hand side so it's at an angle, and pull that through. And I'm always holding the thread at the back to keep that taut. You can wiggle the bead around a little bit. Now that's underneath, so you've got to bring it back to the bottom right side corner, and this is very hard to do on camera. Now, it's not normally that hard. Okay. Bring it up. Now that's because it's at an angle, the bead's at an angle. I'm just spinning the canvas around so I can get through that bead. I'm just going to pull that thread through the middle of the bead. And once I've got that done, I'm going to bring the thread to the top left and down, and then that lifts the bead up. So I'm going to try and come a little bit closer and see if you can see. I'll do another one down the bottom here. So bring it up, grab the bead, bring it down from the top right. So the bead's attached, but now you've got to finish the cross, the full cross stitch on this one. Bring it up to the bottom right, and I'm turning that around because I've got to get that needle through the bead, and it always gets caught on the corner here. Pull that through and just finish that cross stitch off by putting the needle down at the top left, and that pulls that bead upright. So I've just done those two. So I've got 2 more rows to do. So I'll start at the bottom on this one. I've checked where I've got to place the beads beforehand. But I have been really enjoying this, and it was a little bit difficult for me, challenging to get into the counted cross stitch again. But this is so small, this project, that I thought surely I can cross stitch a heart and count where I should be. I have made a couple of errors putting 2 beads where I shouldn't. But I don't think I'm going to worry about it. I'll show you just over, now I'll turn it around so you can see. Now these 2 purple beads here shouldn't be there. That should be a whole row of the dark brown, but I don't think it's going to matter. I'm going to just put them in between and then on the top there. So, you know, if I hadn't have told you, you probably wouldn't even know. So yeah, I did get a little confused a few times and had to really stop and think where I was placing the beads, but overall I really enjoyed this whole process. And I'm still waiting for my other 2 kits to come in. and they are a little bit bigger. So I'm hoping they don't take too long. But these, I just can't believe how small these petite beads are. I've just got a face. Have this face me for a sec. Why am I having so much trouble? It's because I'm recording. But yeah, hubby's on holidays. He's on his first week of holidays this week. Almost finished his first week, so I haven't been recording as much. We haven't been doing anything special really, just going for walks and chilling out at home. Oh goodness, there we go. Doing a little bit of shopping. I'll just face that towards me for a second. Okay. I have pricked myself with this fine beading needle a couple of times, and I'll tell you what, it really hurts because it goes in a long way. It's so fine and it bends. Now I've got 3 more beads to do on this green bead. Why is that not going in? There we go. It's just the angle. Let's face me again. So I do want to get it in the right spot. I do hope I'm not going out of camera range. 2 more. Spin that around so I get the right angle. Okay, 1 more bead, not many of the green ones. 1 more. I bought 2 new SD cards today because I've only got 1 that's working. The other 2 have carked it. I've had them for so long. So I will be able to when I've finished this, I can show you at the end. Now I'm going to zoom out. There we go. Finished the green beads. So I've just got a couple of letters to go, and the centre of the O and the C, that's where I forgot to place a few stitches. That's the back. It's quite neat for me. I'm sure other people can do a lot neater, but for me that's not bad. So I'm going to continue this, finish the whole thing actually, but I'll be doing the brown beads and then I'll finish these bits that I've forgotten. And all I've got to do then is, I think you cut it out close to the stitching, but not too close. Then I will attach the beautiful little sun charm, and that'll go down there like that, and then I will make a little chain of beads to hang this ornament from and place it on the top. So with the magic of recording, I will be back in a tick. Well, I am back and I have finished. I'm so excited. This is the finished ornament. So it's a couple of hours later, and as you can see, I've made the little hanger, put the charm on, finished all the beading, and I've even put some felt at the back, and I just glued it on with some fabric glue. Now, the only thing I don't like about it is how it cut out. Now, it was really tricky. You had to use a small pair of scissors and just cut one hole away from the stitching, and it's very easy to get too close, but you cannot get a very clean finish. I could probably cut just a little bit more off over here. You can see things can catch on it easily, but the thing is, if you get too close, I think there was one section that I got too close. Now, where was it? I think I actually, this hole here, nipped into that circle, so hopefully it'll be fine. Here's a bit of cotton that I didn't cut properly, trim, but overall, now you can't see that close up, and it will be hanging on something, so I think it will be fine. But I do love the addition to the little charm, and I like the fact that the hanger is actually made out of beads as well. So that's 5 inches, which is about 12.5 centimetres, I think. I think there's 2.5 centimetres to an inch, but anyway, that's it, guys. I thought I'd share that with you. I have plenty of beads left, and that's all the thread, and I'm going to pack all this away, let this dry, and this will be just set aside until I have my coffee station, and that's where it will be one day. Also, a lovely friend here on YouTube gifted me this, and this is what I used to attach all the threads to while I was working, and this is really good for smaller projects, so I love it. Okay, everyone, thanks so much for watching. Let me know what you think. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.